Hey, my EDC has kind of died. I mean, it's been battered around for a number of years. I keep sharpening it and it did look nice and it did function nice. It's still functional, but I decided I need an upgrade. I just received my parcel. I've no idea what's inside, but it seems about the right weight, so I'm going to risk it. It's probably what I ordered, probably. Come on. Jesus Christ, fine. We'll cut away in a different way. You. Come on. There we go. And you. Probably you. And then. Yay. Ha! Ooh, and other stuff. Oh. Some form of voucher from Heinie's. Some catalogue. Basically rubbish. Pow. Come on, in we go. Ah, comes with oil. I think that's oil. It is, knife oil. Nice. I've been eyeballing this for quite a while, so I thought, why not? Nice little sheath. Probably work out what it is now. It is a Tops Tac Raze. Believe it or not, these things are legal to carry in the UK because it doesn't lock, and the blade is pretty much spot on 3 inches. Made from 1095, coated, oiled as well. Yep. Handle's made of G10. It's got a funky pattern in it. It's kind of cool, but it's fairly grippy. A lot of people, you're going to want to choke up on it there in the choil. This bit does nip a little bit, to be honest. A little bit ouchy. But obviously, being friction folder, if you've got your hand around it, the thing ain't going to close, or at least you'd hope not, because this part of your hand is physically stopping it from doing that. Blade's a recurve. You may, which for those who don't know, it's got a bit of belly here. It's not straight like a razor, which in my humble opinion makes it great for this sort of cutting motion, because it will bite around here. Or if you're doing forward motion, the same thing, will happen there. The rest is kind of like a bastardized, Americanized Tanto. If you don't like that term, forgive me. As I've said before, or depending on how I edit this video in a bit, the blade is 1095 and it has been differentially hardened. If you look very carefully, you won't be able to see it in the video, I don't think, but there is a definite shadow that follows along here and goes down here. They've coated it in something though, which to me says that you shouldn't be able to see that, but I can clearly see it. It starts here, dips down along there, comes up here and goes down. That looks to me like a hammer. It's the look of a blade that's been differentially heat treated, but God only knows what. It should be able to stand up to most cutting tasks and be resistant for like all the normal things that people do, like for example cutting paper to show how sharp a knife is. Chintzy, but that's sweet. No locking mechanism, obviously. A little awkward to open with one hand, but I think, with time you'll get used to that. Awkward to close with one hand, but yes, that's nice. Okay, right. I didn't plan this. Claim within 70 days. That's not going to happen. Ooh, that. Yes, that seems to work. This little thing goes on your belt. You can mount it so that you've got a side drawer or horizontal drawer. Would I trust it vertical? Probably not. No. So upwards or sideways. Great thing about this is if you are carrying it and it slots in like so, ride it along here, and whoosh, what knife, gone. So even though it's legal to carry, you can tuck it away, and the sheath is actually remarkably easy. You're not going to have a problem with tucking that away without reaching around and looking at where the thing is. And I'm assuming the same is going to be true for the vertical carry as well. I'm going to get the old ruler out. Where the fuck did I put the ruler? Oh. Sweet. Right, let's have a look. Because this is marketed as UK legal in the Haines, or on the Haines, and it is, you know. It's definitely under 3 inch. Let's have a look. Where is? Bollocks to that. Let's go with millimeters. It sits in at 72 millimeters, which is way under. Sorry, I forgot to say 15/16 is about 2 millimeters shy, so 15/16 short of 3 inches. So yeah, you would have no problem. When you get stopped on the street with one of these things, unfortunately with UK coppers, they'll do all sorts of stuff to try and say that this is more than 3 inches. One of the ones that they'll do is to do that. They'll mark from any point that they can get, but remember that the cutting edge is from there to the tip in a straight line. So if you do that, you can see way under 3 inches. Right, when I say, I have to say this anyway, but I'll get it out of the way quickly. In the UK, legal carry is under 3 inches, non-locking, and so on and so forth. That means that technically you can carry a knife like this around Croydon or whatever, without fear of being, you know, nicked for it. If the police stop you, you say, look, if you're going to search me, I have to tell you I have a knife, it's there, it is short, it doesn't lock, it's legal. You know, if you're just this Joe walking along the street, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go, okay, well, that's fine, you know, and you're on your way. But if they're feeling pissy, or if you've had a beer, if you are in the wrong area, if you look a bit rough that day, don't argue it. Just fucking, you know, okay, take it away. As long as they're prepared to let you go at that point, and as long as you say it is actually legal, but fine, then, you know, there are all sorts of, you can't take it in a pub. You wouldn't be able to take it in a gym, you know, any areas that are public but actually sectioned off. Walking along the street is fine. If you pop into a cafe, it becomes arguable, you know what I mean? So although it's UK legal, your mileage may vary. Don't quote me, because I will, you know, straight up deny it. I'll say I don't recognise that bloke on that video. That's it. So yeah, cool. That's just been added to my, well, I say added. That's just replaced my old EDC. Looks a little bit more chunky, all right, a lot more chunky. In fact, looking at it, the Higan Okami's blade is slightly longer. But yeah, that's going to be refined to the craft box. Seems to me like there might be a little bit of variation, because the blade length on the site is actually marked as 7.6 centimeters. This one is slightly shorter. I don't know whether or not it's a model change, or whether or not this is a UK legal version that's been, you know, released. I have no idea. But this one is less than 7.6. Hello. Tops Tac. I will, or Tac Raze. I'll see how it goes and let you know.